Or poems. Sweet talk for sophomore year. We were walking through a corn maze at Halloween. All the unpicked pumpkins went soft on their vines early. You were explaining how his freshman body felt pressed up next to yours. Remember how the corn stalks wilted into themselves? The cold air snapped the world shut, fingers numb, lemon-pink sky taut above us, your breath visible, a smoking engine, a fired gun. You were talking about his nervousness, how it caused a lack in rhythm, to which I said, whatever, that's disgusting, whatever, it's freezing out here, whatever, the sky's so pink, how can it even stand itself? I think of this in place of that conversation. In first grade, the neighbor's dog tried to eat all the meat off your face. No time between your body hitting the grass or your nose to his yellow-stained teeth. I am his breath. That all happened before we met, so I can only know the scar as a scar. What I know firsthand is the look on your face upon hearing your older sister's Honda humming in the driveway, home early for Christmas break. I know the bruises, where you put perfume as a get-well card to your rib cage, elbows, wrists. I know my own malicious retrospective protection that creates this obsession. I know I've become the bloodhound. I once dreamt a girl was stripping right in front of me. But she didn't stop once all the skin was showing, and she didn't stop when I asked her to. She didn't stop until there was nothing left but bone. Lately, I've found pieces of your skeleton in every corner I've been. Can't decide which part I'm more afraid of. The thought of his face overlapping mine like double exposure, or that your bruised body's the maze I'll spend my whole life walking in. Temple of Jupiter, last cicada poem. Finally saw the molten shell of one up on her back porch, shimmering under the sun's heavy tongue. She pointed to it and said, there, because I had told her before that I couldn't, for the life of me, match the name to the body, only to its song that shook me awake some night. We were in the middle of taking all her mother's pillar candles from the patio dining table to the garage, where we propped them up like Pompeii and burned the things her ex gave her over them. A sacrificial Vesuvius. See, we were trying to break from our old selves, wriggle fresh muscle from the hold of old shells, and feed them to the preserving wax that puddled around our knees. There's something religious about the word rebirth, how its meaning rides there, in the shadow between action and feeling, in the same shadow that holds all the unnamed bodies that sing at night. Reprisal. I imagine we lived in those two trailers right off Corn Road. The ones that sit tied together with too thick wire like two beluga whales. The ones that sit tied together with thick wire like two beluga whales, breathing each other by the snout. That I come home to you like a Labrador, unable to shake allegiance to a ruthless owner. That the sun sets pretty on the forest behind us, cinder block stairs, song of orange rust multiplying in the divots of the home siding, and I call the children in from pulling bugs out the grass, inside for another meatloaf supper you don't like. And you ain't afraid to throw the whole damn plate to the linoleum floor. Ain't afraid to shatter all the silverware inside those kitchenette cupboards, because you're so tired of coming home, so tired of all this. I imagine I escaped. That I shaved the golden fur from my hind legs, stripped myself naked, pink as a christening, that I take to the highway, become my own owner, let the road work me over, the way the ocean pulls grains of sand, like stubborn teeth from the jaw of the shoreline, and carries them across the whole Atlantic. Thank you.